Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone. My name is Alejandro. I always say that I'm a swimming coach, I'm a triathlon coach, but today I think this title is very smaller in relationship with the man that I have in front of me now. Yes, sorry,
Yeah.
don't hit me. I can't say your second name in a proper way. It's Steven
Okay. Munatones.
Munatones. What is the roof of the?
Yeah. The route is in Bilbao, Spain, northern Spain.
Northern Spain.
And my yes.
Where are you born?
Munatones is the I was born in Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles. You speak Spanish?
Yes. Un poquito.
Un poquito de español.
Sí.
Okay, I am Argentine, but now at the present moment I am living in Ireland, in Europe.
Okay. Great.
Okay, first of all, who are you? What is the most beautiful sport in this world?
Many people say that football or soccer is the most beautiful sport in the world. But I think the most challenging sport in the world is open water swimming. The reason why it's the most challenging is we are humans, and humans, we live on dry land. Our bodies were not made to live in the oceans or lakes or rivers. Even when we swim freestyle, we think about how we swim freestyle. Our arms go around and around in circles. Our head goes left and right, and our legs go up and down. So we have three different axes: head left to right, arms and around, and our legs go up and down. And then with proper body rotation, it goes in a diagonal manner. If we look at a dolphin or any fish, their body is perfectly evolved to swim very efficiently, not humans. So this is why I think open water swimming is a huge challenge. We weren't made to it. Now, we've trained ourselves to swim well. We've also trained ourselves, especially in the last 50 years, to train ourselves to prepare ourselves very well for very cold water, very warm water, very rough water, and places around the world that people 100 years ago and 200 years ago could never, ever imagine swimming. Most sailors around the world, 100 or 200 years ago, they could not swim. Even now, most humans on this planet, so most meaning 95% and above, could not swim 200 meters in the ocean if their life depended on it. Most people. So our sport is very, very challenging, but that's what makes it so great.
Okay, I have come to me many questions about that. Many questions about that. Who are you?
So I was born in Los Angeles 62 years ago. And my mother and father were also born at the same hospital that I was born in very close to downtown Los Angeles. And my parents always liked the ocean. We didn't live near the ocean, but when I was 6 or 7 years old, my parents don't remember the exact day, they took me to the ocean, and they literally put me in the sand. Of course, I could not swim when I was 1 week old. But I think, and they did that every weekend. Every weekend we would go to the beach. My parents loved the beach. Both my parents loved the ocean. And gradually they would put my little body and my little tiny feet, I couldn't walk, into the ocean. So my body, every cell in my body is, at a very young age, was very comfortable in the ocean. the smell of the ocean, what I saw in the ocean. When you're a young child and your parents bring you to the ocean, I think it fundamentally changed me from compared to a person, let's say, that lives 100 kilometers or 1,000 kilometers from the ocean. So that experience helped me move forward and progress in the sport of swimming in the oceans and lakes and rivers and bays around the world.
Okay, and how you becoming a coach in this context? Why? What was your first idea?
My first idea was there were very few coaches who specialized in the open water. There was a woman named Siga Albrecht. There was a woman named Penny Dean. And those were the only people that I knew. And they were local people. Penny Dean had set the English Channel record in 1978 in 7 hours and 40 minutes. She was 23 years old. And she mentored me. She coached me. And her focus, of course, was marathon swimming and channel swimming. Back in the 1970s and 1980s, we didn't have anything formal like ice swimming or ice mile or even anything like stage swimming or any of the other forms of open water swimming that we have now. And so I literally just traveled the world. And I did so because I enjoyed travel. Every place I went, I didn't go up to the mountains. I didn't ski. I always visited places, Mexico, Canada, Europe, Asia, where there was water. And I loved a new lake, a new shoreline. And I talk with many, many sailors. I talk with many, many fishermen. I talk with many scuba divers and other people who enjoy the oceans and lakes. And I'm always trying to learn from them. What are the jellyfish? How do the currents flow? What does this body of water look like in the winter? And how does it look in the summer? Is it different? I just enjoy learning as much as possible about the ocean. And in the process of learning about the ocean, I also wanted to see for myself, how does it feel to swim in cool water? How does it feel to swim in warm water? How does it feel to swim in very large waves? And so through this, I personally just was trying to figure out how I can myself swim better. And then when people ask me my opinion, I would enjoy very much sharing my opinion on how to swim more efficiently, how to swim more faster, safer, etc. So, when people ask me or tell me I get sick in the ocean, or I was eating some drink or drinking something, or was eating something and I had an upset stomach and I got sick, I don't think about what did you do, what did you eat. I always look at what is the fundamental problem. Is the fundamental problem how you breathe? And is it the fact that you're taking in ocean water or salt water? There are many, many things that we like to consider, and I consider it a big puzzle. In this big puzzle, you can be swimming in Ireland, or you can swim in California. You could be swimming in Japan, or you can swim in Argentina. Those are very, very different places. And I just enjoy learning very much about different parts of the world in the water. And with that, after 62 years, remember I started going to the ocean when I was 6 or 7 days old. So that there's 60 years of me every single day, every day, asking somebody about the ocean or about swimming or about marine life, about conditions, wind, water temperature. Of course, there are tides. And so every day, this morning, I woke up early. I was studying about different bodies of water around the world. So it is inherent, fundamental interest of mine about the open water. So it comes from my personal interest. And then because I enjoy it so much, I like to share my personal experience and any new knowledge that I have with other people. So when I started to share information with other people, I realized many years ago that there was nothing written, or very little was written, about how one can train, how can one prepare. We always hear of the English Channel. Some people hear of the Catalina Channel, or swims in Hawaii, or in the Strait of Gibraltar, etc. And the internet has helped us share that knowledge. And so I've enjoyed not only talking with people and sharing my knowledge face to face, but also writing about the sport and writing about everything from the Olympic marathon swim to swimming across a lake or river. And I very much like writing about other people because I'm only one person, but now there are hundreds of thousands or millions of people swimming in the world. And if I write about other people, then I learn what they do in different bodies of water. And that also continues to educate me. And the more I'm educated, the more I'd like to share. So it's a long story, a long process. But that's how I acquire knowledge. And that's why I like to share that knowledge.
My question now, I'm just big problem with that. What you say, how the people start to swim, because I come for a very, very formal sport. Yes, swimming in the pool. This is my formal sport, and suddenly, in one moment we start to swim in the water. That means I come for a formal and very stable conditions to unstable conditions, and for us was a very big shock because we didn't know anything how to start to swim in open water. You know, we were long distance swimmers who suddenly start to swim in a river. We say, hey, this is huge different. Everything changed here. We don't have rules. In the other hand, for instance, here in Ireland, there are a lot of old people who swim in the sea, especially in cold water. You can imagine how well they can swim in cold water. And for they think themselves like an open water swimmers, but they don't want never go to the pool. This mix of things put me sometimes in a crisis, you know, because I don't know if an open water swimmer is a person who training in the sea or in the ocean, or is a person who training in the pool and then go to swim in the ocean. In a methodology way, we always training 90% of the volume in the pool and then go to swim in the sea. But the way that the people feel the water is huge different.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So it physically it's different, but I think more importantly, it's mentally it's much, much more different. An open water swimmer, basic, and it is will be flat and calm, not a problem. If you come from the pool world where everything is flat and calm, and then you go to the ocean, river, or the sea, then this is a different environment. They can still swim. It's the same person, and they did some, but it's a different environment. It's a different venue. They can't offset it, by itself. They can't keep hearing anything. And this will very much enjoy it. Very much enjoy it. Like the calmness, the tranquility, the stillness, the set distance of the pool. And then they go to the open water and they feel free. It's wonderful to swim straight for as long as they know blind. But others, hate that. They're used to this. I mean, in 15 years, flats with lane lines and lying down the bottom. And then they go into the sea or the lake or the river, and those things are not there. So they're the same person. Their swimming style is the same. Their fitness level, what they're saying, their muscular system is the same. Their cardiovascular system is the same. But the venue, the body of water is completely different. Some people thrive, some people survive, and some people get very, very afraid. So it all has to do with that is our mindset. And if someone reaches out to me or to you or any coach, we have to understand what do they think mentally? Are they excited about the adventure and the different conditions? Or are they a little bit worried? What is up there? But they want to try. They have a little bit of sense of adventure. Or are they frightened? Do they look stressed out? They look worried. And then he said, a sense, we can still teach these people to enjoy the adventure, enjoy the uncertainty of going in the open water. But we have to do it very gently, very compassionately, very gradually. So, for example, if someone is very, very nervous, it's not necessary that they swim for 1 kilometer or 5 kilometers the very first day. It's often good just to stand on the shore and breathe in the fresh air. If it's a sunny day, enjoy the sunshine. If it's a cloudy day, they tell them they just feel the sand on their feet. Let's touch the water. Or it's flatter. So that's all. You can explain to them how the tide will change or how the currents will run. So if they're very, very big interest, they enjoy it. They still need to know what to expect in the open water. Obviously, can change. Water temperature will not be the same. And when you swim in a pool, water temperature is always the same. When you swim in the open water, and for island, or let's say you're in Cabina Island, the water temperature is going to change. Sometimes it's a little cooler and murder rocks and to be able. And we have to prepare for people who are very adventurous and the people who are very serious about this different edition.
Well, I will ask something very simple, but not too simple. I will expose 3 different points. One of the first point is there are a lot of very good world level long distance swimmers who can't support a person in the middle of the park when they are swimming in open water races. I saw many times that a few of my swimmers have the same problem. They can support the heat, they can support the person to swim with someone swimming on the side. The different strategies to change the position in the park. You have to be very smart to get that a part of the race where the level is very high. In the other hand, how we can work, try to link these 2 different worlds, the pool and the open water conditions, from the small kids up to high-level swimmers or amateur swimmers, because the way that we have to speak with all these kind of different people is very, very, very different.
So, tell people, I will compare here to have a 1600 meter for very good swimmer or the young teenager, and they train at the pool every day, and they swim down the maybe training a swim biomechanics or anesthetic behind someone else. And it is an apple. They have a nice school, they have a nice lane line, the coach is telling them when to go, okay, go at the 60 seconds or 10 seconds, etc. They have an interval, 10 100s, it's on 130 or 10 100. And maybe sometimes they do drills. Maybe the coach says that's going to go 5 to 100 meter swims, or it'll be easy. The next one will be slightly faster, etc., etc. That, Ali, you compare that for water, and water polo players generally in the pool, and the athletes go back and forth, and then also those athletes, while they're playing the game, they are touching each other, they are guarding each other, they are swimming away from each other, and sometimes they're struggling against each other. Some athletes are like a pool swimmer. They are very good at swimming by themselves or with a group of people. It's a very set position. Water polo players are very comfortable swimming next to each other and maybe giving a little check here and there. And then you have open water swimmers. And in competitions, large paths, and people are hitting each other, people can grab at your leg. Sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's not intentional. So how do you take the swimmer who is very, very comfortable and very, very good at swimming by themselves or with a group of people, 10 steps apart, 5 seconds apart, and transform them to someone who's very comfortable swimming in a paddle, coming into the finish area, trying to beat somebody else? What you do is you try to replicate that environment in the open water. Swimming on the lane line. In this case, the lane is narrow and they will hit each other's hands, they might hit each other's body. How do you take those people and you force them, or you ask them to do different, what we call cool open water drills? Maybe the athletes are used to swimming up the right side of the lane, down the other side of the lane. And in Australia, they're used to swimming up the left side of the lane and down the other side of the lane. Take them out of the pool and now ask the athlete, can you work out without main lines? They're still lined at the bottom of the pool, but how to do that? After that, you have them swim in groups. You have them try to understand how to pass somebody. You try to have them, let's say you have two swimmers here, and you have a third swimmer down the middle. Then the next time you person with a middle person, this person. And you gradually are whatnot. We're actually used to swimming in different situations. And it's simple for in the open water. And so that would be the first few steps in getting a cool whatever using with very good and experienced open water. So we're used to, like water polo players, hitting each other, acting that knee.
In my experience, a lot of here are very, very intentional. I saw many actions, but this is my personal opinion according to my experience. If the streamer can take part of formal competitions and open water competitions, the mind change. In 2 or 3 years, the mind change. He's more aggressive. He's more, I don't know, more reason sharp. He's the way that they place in a race in a pool is hugely different. Where he has, or she or he has experience swimming in open water. It's like I don't know, change. It's like a complete change of the soul of the swimmer. It's I don't have a better way to express to you.
Yeah, so it's very similar to, and this is part of the education of a pool swimmer transforming to an open water swimmer, is that the part of this education is the same thing with when you watch running on a track versus running in a marathon or a 10,000 meter race. So let's take a 100 meter or 200 meter or 400 meter race track. Every athlete has their own lane, and they don't each other data on as fast as they can. Then you take, let's say, the 1,500 meter or the 5,000 meter or the 10,000 meter one on track, and athletes are very close to one another. There are lots of changes. Sometimes you run on the outside, inside, and it might go to me. At the end, everybody's starting in different ways. It's very unpredictable. Now, you take that same and you do a trail run, or running schedule out in the forest, etc. And adding to all kinds of things, very unpredictable. So the same thing with cycling. Maybe you have a high trial, we have more cyclists, penalty device, so it's fast as possible. And then you have something like to do with the front, where you have a lot of money that's running the routes. Part of the education of taking it swim up to the open water, swim up to the pool to the water. It is very similar to taking a runner or a cyclist who is very used to either running, cycling, both, and they're running, cycling in a march path with everybody else. As you say, they do become more aggressive. They do understand that there will be people who will be hitting them, leaping them back, letting them off. It's an art of the sport, and it's very interesting to see a pro coach. They could be at Olympic level, all of the coach for professional swimmers, and you look at their face when they see an above the water swimmers for the first time, and you see this right off in the United States. Now, the pro coach, which is very astute swimmer, swimming by themselves, is awesome. And then you take that cool coach and then you show him the Olympic marathon or some kind of 5K race, and their eyes are very big, they're shocked because they think swimming on a pad in any color is not the way it's supposed to be. They think that it is unfair or unethical. But like you look back in time, how many years ago, 2 years ago, 1,000 years ago, we didn't have rules. We didn't have lane lines. We didn't have line. We had people swimming in nature. And swimming in nature, well, what happened, and you have an entity or oddity tool, and then you ask them to then decide that they have the average will hit each other. And it's so I do natural swimming. If we think about a long history of swimming, competitive swimming, it comes from the open water. It does not come from the pool. If we look at 1896 Olympics, if you look at the 1900 and the first few Olympics, they were done in the open water. The swimming events were not done in a pool. I don't remember exactly I think it was either 1908 or 1912, it's where they had a pool for the first time. But if you look at old videos from those pools, the water was very wavy. They didn't have the very nice landmines here. And so when people in contemporary times say that pool swimming is natural, open water swimming is an unfair or very aggressive form of swimming, I say, no. Pool swimming is actually a very new part of human swimming. Open water swimming was the first and natural part of swimming if you look at the entire history of swimming in the world.
If I have to look back in the past, in my memory, the first race that I saw was the Santa Fe Coronda in Argentina, 57 kilometers by Santa Fe City to Coronda. Is the church, the waters more or less between 28 to 30 degrees. It's too hot. And all the city and all the small towns are prepared all the year for that race. You know, all the people on the border of the river follow the streamers. It's a race between 7 to 9 hours, depending on the conditions. With a boat, every streamer had to have a boat follow he or her. And was a mental fight. Every swimmer has his own mental fight in these long distance races. My question now, because every time I'm blown away for the things that the people tell to me after a race. My question is, what do you need, or how you becoming a more competitive open water swimmer? Because I know that this question is huge, because you need a lot of things, but basically, what a swimmer need for becoming an open water swimmer? What kind of mentality? What the mindset? What is the characteristic that he or she have to get for this?
Yes, the characteristic of an open water swimmer is the same thing, same kind of mindset of a trail runner, or a 10,000 meter run on the track, or a cyclist who does from like the Tour de France. The mindset must include swimming technique, swimming bathing, but also habits. It has to, your mindset has to include the understanding that there will be physical contact. And if you combine all that mindsets, that it will be swimmers around you, in front of you, behind you, left, right, and those people will change throughout their race. That'd be a little bit down the turbulent. You combine that with experience. There's nothing you can substitute for experience. You have to swim in the open water time and time again. And we saw this in the recent 2024 Paris Olympics marathon swim. The World Aquatics, the International Olympic Committee invited the top dual swimmers, top distance swimmers in the world, say 800 meter swimmers, 1500 meter will be in the marathon swim. These are the fastest people swimming freestyle in the world. And they put those newcomers, those very, very talented, hardworking freestyle swimmers in the Thin River. The river, very admittedly, was very challenging and very highly technical course. But these were the fastest freestylers in the world, and they did not beat the open water swimmer. Why? Because they just didn't have the experience swimming in the open water and the various dynamic conditions. You have to have mindset, one, and two, you have to have experience. And where does serious time from? Serious times are two places. One is training, and the second is actual competition. And if you don't have a thing, then of your performance, the water will be a different kind of mindset, an aggressive and adventurous kind of mindset. You must have practice before the competition. And then what years of experience or many different types of experiences in different bodies of water, because you never know exactly what the conditions and the competition of your kind of base and be able to on.
Okay, I will ask the same question but from the other side. What need a coach to be an open water coach?
I believe it's the same thing that the swimmers have that a coach would have. I mentioned earlier that we saw Olympic pool coaches watch either marathon swim or other marathon, but they were shocked. They couldn't even imagine it. People swimming it ever. They can't imagine it. They didn't know how to mindset, and they cannot coach people to swim well and perform well in the open water. So even the coach would have it like that. They must know that your athlete will be hits and there'll be thoughts and there'll be, be during a race. So one thing just like the athlete do. They don't have an experience in practice and release. The same three things are required. The coach isn't doing swimming, but the coach is guiding us, helping us so her navel gets your swimming and it gets to the currents. And an experienced coach will tell you that your swimming pace, sort of arm strokes per minute, should be passed swimming with the current or with waves, then your arm stroke and so these are different things. They have the piece that the athlete you put 2 kick. Well, what is the time you use a 60 kick? They just tell their athlete that you want to be very comfortable moving to the left, and you want to be very comfortable moving to the right, and then you want to be very comfortable looking up to see where you are. And those things with practice and experience in water. So the reasoning are necessary for a coach and also for they.
Okay. A few technical questions now for you. In the past, not too many years ago, swimmers that were not too good swimming in the pool start to swim in open water. Yes. After a few years, one of the best long distance swimmers start to swim open water and be very successful. Now we can see that in the Olympic Games and in the World Champions. And every year, especially in women, they are getting faster and faster. A qual that happened in the pool that a mile swimmer or 800 swimmers start to use 6-time kick, start to work in very high speed and etc., and use weightlifting for training and all the things. I can see now the open water swimmers 10 kilometers, 5 kilometers, or 7 kilometers, and getting every year faster and faster. That means that the concept is changing now. It's not just a long distance sport. It's a sport where you have to have a lot of a very good endurance foundation, but you have to have speed too. You have to be able to change the speed in every moment. How they can do that, and where is going the sport? What will be the future of the sport? Because I think, in my personal opinion, that we are far away, very far away from the end of the top level swimmer for this sport.
Oh, of course, I agree 100%. If you look at the time and the speed that the swimmers have increased from the 2008 Beijing Olympics to the 2024 Paris Olympics, it's continuously getting faster. Not only if you look at 2008 and even 2012, especially on the men's side, the pace was very slow in the beginning. They did not swim hard for 10 kilometers. They swam hard the last 3 kilometers. They swam very fast, certainly the last kilometer, but they did not swim fast for 10 kilometers. And then if you look at the recent past, especially the last 4 years, men and women are starting to race at a very high pace, continuing that high pace, and then increasing that high pace toward the end. And in order to do that, their training has changed. They are swimming more quickly, faster in their training.
Yes.
Because they have to prepare their body to be able to start fast, continue, and maintain high pace, and then increase their strength at the end. So training has changed. We understand and that outlet. Dry run training is very important. We now understand that recovery after each practice is very, very important. Sleep is very, very important. Sleep is very, very important. If you look at the bodies of the top level swimmers in now in 2024 compared to 2008, and you compare that to 1970. 30, the human body or the top athlete's body changed because the level of competition has gone faster and faster, and it will continue to get faster. We think about in 1972, when Mark Spitz was the best swimmer in the world.
Yes.
He swam 42 Olympics, and that was very huge goal at that time. 1960s, when people like Don Frazier, States, we had Major, Eddie Meyer, and Nielsen, etc. They were 16, 17, 18 years old, and they retired. There was no thought in the 20th century for athletes to continue to go to the Olympics. Time got ahead, and now we have athletes like Derek Morris and Michael Phelps and Katie Ledecky, Gregorio Altineri, Florian Wellbrock. They hear the bits. And their mindset is they're going to go to one more Olympics and one more Olympics and one more Olympics. If we think of Barry at Saturday, it's Celia Baglioni. She finished the 6 Olympics. Peter Sorstep did the 4 Olympics. This kind of mindset that you can go to one Olympics and then another. We didn't have all the point that we generally maybe 18 to 20 years old, maybe women, and after that it was no swimming, and it is me, and he graduated from college, and then you became an employee, a worker. Maybe some people became a coach, but often they didn't do anything else. And right that the athlete at 22 can get better when you're 26 and get even better when you're 30. It's new in the sport of swimming. So I think in the example of animal, so
And so this one was
pardon?
sorry, no, I just see in Calvos because one of my mentors, Danilo Rinaldi, is a Argentinian coach. He training a swimmer, and she went to 10 world champion swimmers in both. She's a long distance swimmer. She's now 39, I think 39 or almost 40. She continues working for both to the next Olympic game. And she has this strong mindset. She's amazing when she training. The energy who who comes from her is amazing every time that we go in the sport. And it's difficult to find the same types of people around you.
Well, it's difficult to find, but there are many people, this block of the energy in the early 30s. It is when never had heard 50 years or 100 years ago. Now, it's becoming more, not only is it becoming more often or common, but it also, so if you think about it, Doc Hasselman, he was the most famous American swimming coach. He died in 58, 9 here in the year, and then was very dominant in Doc Hasselman. And he became at least in the United States when he crossed the English Channel when he was 50 years old. Nowadays, 50-year-old is not old. Back in the previous century, 50-year-old was very, very old. People have been dying at a 50-year-old person, even training for the English Channel and accomplishing the English Channel like Dr. Councilman did. Now, it's common if I look at the English Channel or Caribbean Channel or any 25-kilometer race, there are many, many people in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and even in their 70s. And so the mindset of people in the sport is also evolving and changing.
Okay, if I am a person who was to becoming a coach, yes, and I asked to you, Steven, what I need to for be a coach? What thing I need? What is the first thing that you have to say I need for becoming a coach?
You have to have passion. So in other words, you have to do it very much. It has to come from your heart. It has to come from your being. You have to do it. If you don't to make money, that's nice, and coaches do make money, and that's good. But if money is your driver, you probably will be disappointed because there's many other ways to make a lot more money than being a coach. If you love it, then they can pay you a little or a lot. Your love will still be there. So your passion is number one. Two, you have to have an ability to continue to learn. Many swimmers, and coaches, maybe they swim across the English Channel as one example, and their mindset is, I know everything. I've crossed the English Channel. It's the most famous place in the world. And that is not going to make a good coach. Maybe if they only thing they do, swimmers across the English Channel, then that's okay. But every person who is very experienced in the English Channel knows that what they have learned in their first crossing is increased dramatically when they do their 5th crossing, 10th crossing, 20th crossing. So even if you just focus on the English Channel, you can always learn more. So the second thing is always try to learn as much as you can, learn as many people as you can. You can learn how to be a better coach by coaching not only the top TV athlete, but also the who's fast? How do you motivate her? How do you keep her interested in this sport? How can you coach her to be better? And it's very, very important. I think you should have the personal experience of swimming in the water. So, you have to have passion. You have to have the ability to learn, and then you have to have a personal experience. It's very, very good when I see a coach who enjoys going down to the shoreline and getting in the water with the swimmer. That man or that woman is a better coach when they understand how it feels to be in the ocean or they.
Okay, this is my personal question for you in relationship with all the things that you say to me. How you can face the unpredictable situations as a coach, as a swimmer, as a club who try to support the swimming team. How you can face that?
Yeah. It's very much like a soldier. When a soldier, or when a young mother becomes pregnant, everybody else, this is how you should. And if they have a soldier, they do training, and then a soldier, whether it's going to war. When that woman is giving birth to her child, I'll be a brand new experience for her. She's never experienced it before. And people are telling her, this is how you should feel. This is how you'll feel. That soldier, they train him or her, and then he's in war, all kinds of things happening. So people in water swimmer, either the swimmer or the coach, have to have that mentality that they will learn more when they experience it in the moment. They will experience it. Some people will be very happy and very excited. Other people will be nervous and worried. That's okay. It's your positive experience or negative experience. Okay, you should always learn from the experience and get it better.
How okay, sorry, comes main question for you. How you prepare your own soul, your own mind, because every challenge will be very different for you and for your swimmers. And sometimes you don't have the answer for that situation. Sometimes the answer doesn't come.
So that's funny. Coaching. I am now ask this one. What happens if you see a shark? What happens if you get stung by a jellyfish? What happens if someone pulls your leg back? What happens if you get sick? That's the first step. We all ask the question, what would you do? We allow the athlete or the approach, you might answer. Maybe the answer is the right one. Maybe it's the wrong one. It's okay. The process of learning. Also, we force the situator to make the training more difficult than we hope that somebody is. So, in your country, there's a very famous training opportunity called court distance week, and the visionary coach there said that he understands this hard race. He forces the car to swim under not good conditions. Very easy to swim when there's no wind. Very easy to swim when not.
And under the rain. Under the rain.
Yes.
It's very cold.
We should train when it's raining and it's windy, when it's wavy, and then we show off what I like to do it. The other thing I always like to do, I always sort to do, is each to a pair is when what do you not have big athlete? When you do not have your right goggles. So in other words, the training force yourself to go to bed at very late and force yourself get it very early on anyone practice a month or every day. For yourself to understand that you will not be perfectly conditioned when you compete or when you do cross. So you're not having to force those conditions on yourself. Maybe eat eggs and the bacon and don't drink coffee before training for this. Isn't that make your body feel it won't be, it won't maybe won't feel good. It won't be perfect. But you have to prepare your body to face these challenges before the race day. What about when your goggles break or you forget them or something happens? A coach, use these goggles. Don't use your goggles. Use these goggles and just hand them any pair of goggles. They won't like it, but these are ways you can prepare an athlete to understand that any open water swim will not be perfect. There will always be something that is uncomfortable, that feels wrong, and didn't prepare for. So we have to prepare the athlete ahead of time in order to adapt to the situations.
Will you write a new book in the future?
It is high time that I need to update a book that I wrote many years ago. I think I wrote it in 2007. So 17 years is a long time in our sport, and so many different things have changed since that time. So it's high time that I write another one.
I think it's time to. I think too, because I enjoy very much your book. My last question for you, do you have a question for someone who had never was answered? You have a question that say, I am looking for this answer yet. I am looking for this answer. I am looking for this answer.
There are many. One of the things that I don't understand well is how do people, some people are very good at it, some people are not so good at it, how do you increase the ability for you to stay focused in a non-swim or a cold water swim? Some people are very, very good. Maybe they count, maybe they sing, and other people are not so good. Whether you're very good or very bad, how do you increase that ability to improve your focus in a competition or in a project? And I don't know the answer to that. Yes.
Yet, but you will find it.
Yes. Well, I hope so.
You have to. I need your answer. And many coaches need your answer. Well, Steve, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for sharing with us the knowledge. And I hope that all these words, all this information help to the new generation of coaches to get a better decisions for the future. And more people can learn and have contact with our sport. That for me is one of the best sports in the world.
Me too. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to you, and we see you the next time when I have more questions for you. Thank you.
Yes. Bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.